All right, people. So if you're looking for some bloodthirsty sucking Mr. Michael Morbius at your service, that's right. Morbius is out this week, so let's get it.
Welcome to the Kaiba
All right, people. So Morbius is starring your boy Jared Leto. We have Tyrese and Matt Smith also starring in the movie, and it's directed by Daniel Espinosa. And basically, the premise of this movie is we have Jared Leto's character Michael Morbius, who has a blood disorder that he's very sick. People, he's a biochemist, and he creates a somewhat cure for his blood disorder, but it ends up turning him into a blood sucking thirsty vampire. That's right. So he's pretty much like a kind of like an anti-hero in this movie. And that's basically the premise of this movie without me giving too much away. So let's get straight into it. I went into this movie with no type of like high hopes, nothing. I just went in there just ready to see what type of trash Sony was going to throw at us, because I went in there thinking that this movie was probably going to be like a 4 on a scale of 1 to 10. But for the most part, people, I will say this. Entertainment value. I was entertained. There's a lot of flaws with this movie, but I will say I was entertained. Jared Leto did a pretty decent job. I mean, it's Jared Leto, Oscar winner, all that good stuff. He's always doing these crazy roles, these eccentric roles. So he did straight. Tyrese actually didn't annoy me in this movie. He actually did straight. It was his partner, because Tyrese is a cop in this movie. His partner annoyed the heck out of me. Every time he was on the scene, I was just like, can you shut up? Dang, and I was expecting me to feel like that with Tyrese, because he's been annoying me lately sometimes. So Tyrese actually did a good job. He just kept it straight. Action-wise, there's a lot of choppiness with a lot of the fight scenes, quick, fast pace. It's dark, so the editing and the jumping, I felt like there could have been, especially with the final boss fight, there could have been a little bit more practical fighting. It was too CGI for me. It just like certain movies you give it a pass, like Spider-Man or Iron Man, stuff like that. But I feel like with this caliber of a character and story, could you have mixed CGI with practical fighting? I'd rather have seen Jared Leto with some prosthetic makeup on, doing some crazy ninjutsu vampire fighting practically, not this CGI nonsense. There was a lot of jumpiness, as you could tell from the trailer. Like, he's fast, so sometimes it worked. Don't get me wrong. Like when he's facing like regular Joe Schmoes, it worked. But this fight scene at the end, it was just all over the place. The middle fight scene was decent. I'll give the choppiness there. But the one at the end, because it was a dark scene, it was just you couldn't make out what was going on. Editing was a little choppy. You could tell the movie was probably supposed to be longer. The movie only has a running time of like an hour, 40, 45 minutes. For me, especially with comic book movies, that is a problem. I need my movie to be well fleshed out. I need the movie to be at least 2 hours and 10, so the story doesn't feel rushed. It needs to be more fleshed out. And I'm sorry, folks, but watching this movie, you could tell that it was supposed to be longer, and they edited to shorten it for whatever reason. Maybe the theatrical cut, they wanted to keep PG-13, and there's going to be a director's cut where it might be rated R, but this movie definitely probably would have been better if it was rated R and less of the choppiness with the editing. When you see the movie, you'll probably see what I'm talking about. But overall, story was decent. Like I said, it's not long enough, so for me, it felt rushed. So the story was decent. Action was decent. Jared Leto and everybody else did a pretty okay job with the acting. I went in there thinking this movie was going to be straight trash, but I was actually more entertained with this movie than I was with Venom. This movie we waited a very, very long time for, so I'm still disappointed in it because it was supposed to come out like 2 years ago, but they finally delivered it, and I will say at least I was entertained. The movie could have been a lot better, but I was entertained for the most part. This is not like some blockbuster worthy movie. Definitely not. But like I said, I was entertained. So on the Kaiba scale, 1 to 10, I'm going to give this movie a 6.5. It's straight. It's okay. When you're bored, pop this in. Um, but it's definitely better than Venom. The Let There Be Carnage. I was totally disappointed in that movie. I might even lean towards a soft 7 just because I was entertained for the most part with this movie. So it's like, it's teetering in that 6.5 7 range for me. So you guys know the drill, man. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button after doing that. Hit the bell button so you get notified every time I upload a video. And please leave a comment at the bottom. Let me know what you thought of Morbius. Is it trash, or you thought it was decent, or you thought it was phenomenal? Let me know at the bottom and hit the like button. And I see you guys next time. Peace.